Hello and welcome back to my channel and to a new video. I hope you're well and having a lovely day. If you're new here, my name is Nicola. I make lifestyle videos and today I just thought I'd come on and do a bit of a favourites. Actually, this is sort of the day that this video is going live and I promised myself I wasn't going to do that. I was going to film in advance, but things have been crazy around here the last couple of weeks. If you watched my last video, you'll know that we're having our floor taken out. Sorry, I'm just looking at the dog who's... Oh, it's all right. I thought he had a problem. And yeah, we're having our floor removed downstairs. Things have not gone quite as smoothly as perhaps we would like. The first week they were supposed to come was last week and they were poorly, couldn't come, so they delayed until this week. So they came yesterday and started ripping out the floor. They were here for a few hours. Well, one chap was here for a few hours and then the mechanical saw he was using to break up the floor broke. And so he had to leave. And it's now 11:15 the next day and they're not back and they haven't responded to our text. Maybe it was all too good to be true, but we currently have concrete floor, down to concrete floors, all skirtings ripped out in the front three rooms, so there's the Lego room, the hallway, and bear with, the dog's now wanting to come in. Yeah, no. So yeah, sorry, we're currently down to concrete in the hallway, my office and the Lego room, and then part of the kitchen, and then the main part of the kitchen, the utility and the downstairs loo are all still the old wooden floor. So yeah, who knows what's going to happen. I'm actually going away on Friday. I am going on a trip to walk part of the Cumbria Way with my siblings. It was planned a long time ago, and I'm really looking forward to going away, but I kind of wanted this part of the floor to be done before I went, because they're supposed to be laying the latex and everything, and I think Andrew's going to need me around to help with dogs and things because we can't obviously have them walking over wet latex. So I don't know what's going to go on, but that's fine. I'm just looking forward to going away, really. I'm going from Friday through to Tuesday, and then I'm coming back Tuesday night. My siblings are carrying on and doing the rest of the Cumbria Way. I'm coming back Tuesday night because it is Archie, my son's 21st birthday on Wednesday, so I thought probably ought to be here. I don't think he's that bothered, but I feel like I should be here for his big birthday. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing next week. So I just thought I'd come on and give you a bit of an update, and I'd do some favourites because I haven't done a favourites in a long time. And there's a few things that I've got recently that I thought I'd like to share because they're pretty good, to be honest. So I thought I would share them with you. So it probably won't be a massively long video, but I've got a few things and I thought I would tell you how great they were. So I hope you're all doing okay anyway and having a good week. There won't be a video next week, 100% won't be, because as I say, I'm going to be away, and then it's Archie's birthday on the Wednesday, so there'll be another video the week after, and hopefully I'll have some nice updates on the floor. Not holding my breath. Anyway, right, where shall we start? Let's start with this. So I've just mentioned that I'm going away. And I have shown these actually before in my Temu haul, but I thought it's good, you know, when people do hauls. Oh no, there's me saying it's great, but it's got a little rip. I think that was just in the seam, but that's okay. I have crammed a lot of stuff into this. These are packing cubes, but these are the compression ones. I've not used these before. I've used big packing cubes, but I bought these on Temu and thought actually they'd be really useful because I'm not good at packing light. Like really not good at packing light, and for this holiday I'm going obviously 5 days and I'm going to be walking with my pack for those 5 days. We're staying at places on the route, so we haven't got one base where we can leave our stuff and then travel from there, so I've got to carry all my things. And I had thought I would use the rucksack that we had for Archie's Duke of Edinburgh award, which I think was a 55 litre rucksack, but I couldn't find it anywhere, so I thought I'm gonna have to buy another one. And then I messaged my sisters to find out what they were taking, and they're taking 40 litre packs. And I have a 40 litre pack already, which I used for the 3 Peaks challenge I did in September. So I thought, oh well, fine, if that's what they're taking, I'll just use that. It's really small, like really small. They're going for over a week, so I don't know how they're, well, there is a washing machine, I think, at a couple of the places they're staying, so we could wash stuff. But anyway, I thought, right, I need to be able to fit quite a bit of stuff into a really small amount, and I don't want it to be heavy. So I thought I'd use these. And in this small package, so I've got 3 or 4 I think of these, but I've only got obviously this one, and then I've got one small one for my underwear and nightwear. But this pack here, which fits really easily into my rucksack, has got in it, if you can just imagine like what you can fit in, it has 2 pairs of leggings, a pair of shorts, a pair of 3/4 length shorts, 4 t-shirts, a long sleeve t-shirt, a vest, and a light jacket. Is that everything? Yeah, I think all in there. So I think that's quite good. And as I say, you can have it, you don't have to compress it. So I've got it compressed down as tight as it will go. I did see, obviously, as I was saying, there's a little thing here, but I don't think I've done that. I think that was just, there's just a slight, the stitching isn't quite right on it. There's a slight defect on it, but that's just obviously when I bought it. But it feels really secure, and yeah, I think these are great. So if I was going on holiday, this would be brilliant. Like, I am going on holiday, but you know, abroad, or in a suitcase, because you could fit loads in a suitcase if you were packing everything really small like this. I did worry it was quite heavy. I'm gonna have to carry this, but once it's in the rucksack and the rucksack is on your back, I think it's fine. So yeah, as I say, I've got that. I've got a small one for my underwear and my socks and pajamas, and then I just need a small thing for my toiletries. And talking of toiletries, so I also thought, right, I need something. I don't want to obviously be taking big things of shower gel, but I also am thinking I need to minimize space. I need as much space as possible, and I need as much space as possible for my skincare, because I said to my friend, if I don't take all of my lotions and potions that I use on my face, then I'm going to come back looking like a raisin, and I don't want to look like that. You know, it takes a lot to keep this looking like this. So I went to Primark to buy, I wanted to buy some little pots to put my moisturisers in, because I want to take a big pot and take a little pot, and I did find a set that had those in. But I also found these, which I thought were great. Is this going to work? It's very bright, isn't it? Let's turn this down a bit. Here we go. I found these in a pack, so it was £1.50 for a pack of 3. So there's a large one, a medium sized one, and a small one. And the fact that I like them, because once you're using it up, obviously, then it takes up no space at all. So over the 5 days, I'll use everything that's in here, and then it will be nothing. They're quite secure. You can obviously unscrew it to put your stuff in, and then it's just a clip top. So I can use one for shower gel. I could use one for, I could use shampoo and conditioner. I'm actually not planning to take any shampoo and conditioner, because I'm going to wash my hair before I go, and I'm only going for 5 days, and I shall have it tied up. Sorry, now I've gone too dark. I'll have it tied up anyway, and I'll probably have a hat on, so I'm not planning on taking shampoo and conditioner. But I've got my face wash, obviously, can go in one. And then, I mean, potentially I could put moisturiser or some serum or something in the other one, or I might just take the 2. But I thought they would be great, because they won't take up too much room, and they'll take less room as the time goes on. I needed to buy a new water bottle to take with me, and I was going to buy a water bottle that had a similar concept, but I couldn't find one that was big enough. In Sports Direct they had some, but they were only ½ litre, and that's not going to be enough. So I have just bought an ordinary water bottle. But anyway, I thought those were really good. So if you're travelling and you want things that don't take up too much room, then these are great. They're in Primark, they're £1.50. So talking of skincare, I was 100% influenced to buy this. So this kept coming up on my Instagram, no, yeah, Facebook, on my Facebook. And I was looking for something for moisturising skin and for older skin, and well, to be honest, I wasn't looking. Something popped up to say, use this and won't be worried about wearing shorts again. Well, I mean, my skin isn't the main reason why I'm worried about wearing shorts. However, I do have really dry skin. Oh, got a clicky jaw. I've had eczema all my life, and it does flare up every now and then, but I have to keep my legs and my skin moisturized. And I had noticed on my arms were getting quite dry and a bit crepey, because that's my age. So this, I saw this product advertised. It is the Balaya Black Gram Booster. It's supposed to be amazing for reversing the signs of crepey skin and older skin. And I thought, well, I'll give it a go. It wasn't cheap. I paid £35 plus postage. It's very oily for this. I have used quite a lot of it already. Andrew has asked to use it, and I'm like, no, this is mine. Don't use it. I did also get a little serum, face serum with it for free. But it smells divine. I put it on the first day, and I got that, you know you get that instant memory of something, a smell. You know, sometimes you get a song that brings back a memory, and this scent gave me an instant flashback. I was like, oh my God, what is it? What is it? I think it's Disney. I think it reminds me of Disney. And I got the kids to smell it, and they were like, yes, it smells like cinnamon donuts. It doesn't, I think they must have vanilla and cinnamon essence or something in it. I'm not sure exactly. It's got a whole list of things that are in it. This is supposed to be like very natural. I think it's safe for vegans to use, but it smells, yeah, it's got a very definite cinnamony, vanilla-y sort of scent to it. It smells like Disney to me. And literally, I put it on my arms, and I went to bed, and I was like, oh, just that amazing scent. So, I mean, I've only been using it a few days, maybe a week, not even a week actually, but it does feel lovely going on. I can't see any noticeable signs of reversing of my crepey skin just yet, but it's early days. I've seen a few people say on the comments of the advert for this that they find it best to put it on wet skin, so I might try to do that, because my skin is so dry. I only, you know, I use quite a bit and it sinks in straight away. It doesn't feel too greasy. I do it before bed rather than in the mornings, because I don't want it to go all over my clothes if it's oily. But yeah, I just love the smell of it, and I love the feel of it. So that's that. So that is the Balaya Black Gram Booster. They do all sorts of things. I'll leave it linked below. It's not sponsored. I bought it myself and was influenced to do so. And then this is the little serum that I got with it. It's tiny, but I've used it most days, and it goes a long way. The little goes a long way. This is the, oh my gosh, Yovari Amplified Youth Spring Face Oil, and I've been using it every day, and it feels so nice. It's not got a bad smell, and my skin feels super soft after doing it. I put it on my neck, and I had noticed here in the mornings like a bit of crepiness here under my chin, and I was lathering moisturizer and using my hyaluronic acid on it, and since I've been using this, it's become a lot less noticeable. So I think that this is like £35 for a proper sized one on its own. So again, this stuff isn't cheap, but actually if you compare it with, you know, high street brands, it's still not as expensive as some. Like, I mean, LMS is super expensive, and even like L'Oreal and Nivea come in quite high when it comes to face serums and eye creams and things like that. So I'm going to continue using it. I'm going to actually take this on my trip because it's tiny and it should last. So I'm going to take this with me. Sorry, my memory card was full. So yes, I'm going to take this with me on my trip, and I think I can recommend it so far anyway. But I'll leave everything linked below in case you want to give it a go yourself. But yeah, this one feels lovely on my skin, on my face, and then this one I've just used on my body, and it just smells amazing. I just want to smell it all day long. Right, still on the subject of skincare, not that I'm obsessed or anything, but I also bought one of these, which is one of these things that you So the problem with making YouTube videos is that you regularly see your face, and also sitting in front of this computer on meetings all day long, you regularly see your flat face, and the wrinkles on your face are amplified. And what made me actually buy this was, I think I had a video I was editing the other week, and I'd turned to the side and I saw this sort of saggy, see, well, maybe it doesn't look so bad now, you see. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's not an obsession. I just thought, well, you know, is there anything I can do to try and reverse the signs of the aging process? And I've seen people use the LED masks and they look amazing, but they're hundreds of pounds, and I really cannot justify that as much as I would love to not age. However, I saw this was on Amazon. I got it and I'd seen some really good reviews. I couldn't tell you all the different settings, but basically it has like an LEV, which is a clean, it has like a fine lines and wrinkles, a setting to remove fine lines and wrinkles. It has a setting which is hot, which is to increase the collagen, or to encourage collagen growth in your skin. And then it has a clean setting, which is to encourage the cleansing of pores and stuff. And then it has all different lights. Do I know what they all mean? I don't know. I keep having to look at the instructions to see which setting I need it on. And then when you put it on your face, it just vibrates, and it tells you the direction in which to do it. And you can do all under here and under here, and you can do your eyes if you want to get rid of your like bags under your eyes or your wrinkles and things like that. I was using it and Phoebe said, "You're just pushing the skin." I was like, well, maybe, but if that works, then great. There is a video of a lady doing it, and she said, oh, one side of my face looks so much more lifted than the other. But even if it's not doing anything, it actually feels really nice to do this of an evening. I sometimes do it if I've got time, do my evening skincare, and then I'll sit and do this for 10 minutes. I don't know how long you're supposed to do it on each side, but my skin does feel really nice afterwards. And I definitely think my skin looks better now than it has done. It was starting to look quite, maybe I was looking quite peaky and a little bit saggy in places. I don't know, you might still think I do. But probably a combination of all the different things that I use. But I just thought that I would try this because I think it was £25, something around that. So it wasn't massively expensive, not like the hundreds of pounds. I think you can also get them on Temu and things, but probably actually the same brand. But I thought Amazon, I felt safe ordering it from there. It had lots of good reviews, so I got it. I will link it below as well in case you want to give it a go. But it certainly makes my skin feel really nice after I've used it, and it makes me feel very relaxed. And also the green one, which is like the little electric pulses, you can feel it like ding, 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 ding. I was like, oh my gosh, it doesn't hurt, but you can feel it like an electric pulse. So it's definitely doing something. So yeah, I can recommend that, even if it's just for a bit of pampering. I like it. And then last thing for beauty, I suppose, and what have you, is this, which is just a hairdryer, but actually I really like it. This was from Amazon as well. We needed a replacement for our hairdryer because it blew up, as hairdryers tend to, and I wanted something that potentially would be able to take on holiday and things. Clearly I'm not taking it on my little trip in my rucksack for this holiday, but it does fold up, so I just thought that was really cool. It had, oh my gosh, there's hair in the back of it. It came with this attachment and a diffuser attachment on it. You can get it in different colours. We got it in the pink. I don't know the brand. Is it even on here? It is not. It's not any particular brand. It's pretty powerful. I found that sometimes hair dryers I've found are not as good as they could be. It was really good value. I cannot remember how much it was. I will leave it linked below. I'm thinking it was about 20 quid, maybe a bit less, 15 pounds, I think. But yeah, I just like the fact that it folds up and that I could pack it in my suitcase really small, like when we go to America and things, because I do find, although I'm not sure how good these work in the US because they have a different voltage. I know my straighteners I've taken to America before and they just don't work. Well, they work, but they're not hot enough because their voltage is different. So this may be the same with hairdryers, but I often find when you go on holiday, you use the hairdryer there and it's just like, it's like someone blowing on your hair. It's so rubbish. And I have thick hair. It takes a while to dry. So yeah, I thought I would get a new one, which was also double as a travel hairdryer. And then the last couple of things are shoes. Well, they're shoes. First and foremost, they're these. Now, it's not necessarily this pair of shoes that I am promoting, or not promoting because it's not sponsored, but telling you about. It's the brand, which is the Adidas Terex brand. So this is what I use for my walking. I bought these because I had a pair which I used for the 3 Peaks Challenge last year. I did all my training walks in them. They were more walking shoes than trainers, and they were super comfy. They didn't rub once. I wore them for the entirety of the 3 Peaks Challenge. I did lose both of my toenails, so I have gone up half a size in these because I probably didn't quite buy them big enough. However, they were super comfy, really nice. They were waterproof for the majority of the life. That tends to go. I think you can get a spray though to put on them. They're Gore-Tex, which means, you know, they are water resistant. And yeah, I loved them, really loved them. And so much so that I bought Andrew a pair for Christmas for dog walking, and he's worn them loads as well. However, one of my shoes was taken outside. I mean, they were probably past it. They'd been worn for a lot of miles, but one of the shoes was in the garden and I was looking out the window and noticed the dog wee in them. He just took a wee inside my shoe. And I was like, do you know what? I don't think I can really wash that because walking shoes are difficult, so you can't really stick them in the washing machine. I could have blasted it with the jet wash, I suppose, but I'm not sure that you'd get the smell of dog wee out of them, so I ended up throwing them away. And then I was going to wear my trainers, just my running trainers for the walk we're doing next week, but then it occurred to me that if it rains, which it is due to rain some of the days, that they're not waterproof. So I went and bought these. I actually got these on Amazon. They were really good price. I think I paid £65 for them. They feel a bit like boats because I have gone a good size and a bit bigger. I'm a 7 to a 7.5 and these are an 8.5, but I really don't want to lose my toenails again. They've just about grown back since September, so I want to make sure I don't lose them. Hopefully these will do both of my walks, so this Cumbria Way, and then I'm also doing the Peak Pursuit Challenge in the Peak District in September for charity, so I'm hoping these will work for then. We'll see. I'll see how they are. I'll test them out on this walk. If not, I'll have to buy some of the others. But if you're doing walking, even if it's just walking dogs on a daily basis, on like rugged terrain, if you're planning to do any long walks, then I can thoroughly recommend Adidas Terex. They are fairly competitively priced. You can get several of the different pairs for around the £60 mark. I actually got my last ones for £45 on Express Trainers. I have kept looking to see if they come up again, but they didn't. I think I paid £80 for Andrew's ones. So those are the walking ones are slightly more expensive, but they regularly have deals on. So Sports Direct have got a few pairs in at the moment. They're in the sale, but they don't do them in my size, unfortunately. So I got these on Amazon, but they're kind of cool. I've got a pair of purpley pink leggings and a pink fleece to wear. My siblings will despair of me. But there we go. So yeah, I got those. So I thought I'd tell you about them because, you know, if there's anyone on here that is into walking, then you might like those. And then last but not least, I actually bought these for my trip next week, but actually I'm not going to take them because I don't think they'll fit in my rucksack. But I thought I might need something for the evenings if we go to the pub or what have you. Also in that pack, I forgot to say, is a pair of jogging bottoms. Forgot about that. Yeah, there's a pair of joggers in there as well. I bought a pair of joggers from Primark, and then I also bought these fake Birkenstocks from Primark because I thought they would go quite small and might fit in the bottom of my pack and I could use them, but I'm not going to take them. I just don't think I'll need them. I've got those trainers, they'll do. So I could put a pair of flip-flops or something in, but I probably won't. I'm just going to stick with my trainers. However, I have been wearing them. This is the colour of the bottom because obviously we have concrete floors and it's all dusty downstairs, so I've been wearing them downstairs. They are so comfortable. Like, I've not been a massive fan of Birkenstocks. Archie has 2 pairs. I think Leah has a pair, Phoebe has some, and I've never been that bothered, but I've been wearing my UGG clogs that I got for Christmas, loads. And obviously it's a bit warm now to wear those. So actually these are a perfect replacement for those for the summer months. And I love them. I wear them with my jeans or with my denim skirts. And they were £10. £10 in Primark now. So if you're after a pair of cheap Birkenstock dupes, then I would suggest you get some of these because they're ace and they're so comfortable, and I can drive the car in them. So yeah, really chuffed with those, and I love the colour as well. So that is all my favourites. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. As I mentioned, there'll be no video next week. However, I'll be back the week after with hopefully some good news about the floor. They've still not, I don't think they've been in touch, so we will perhaps give them a ring shortly to find out what is going on. But yeah, hopefully I'll have some good news in my next video in 2 weeks' time. So have a great half term if those of you who've got kids and are off on half term. If not, enjoy the sunshine, and I will see you next time.